Welcome back to the Jersey Oddcast with Joseph F. Berenato, Gabriel J. Donio, and me, Gina Rullo. We're glad you're spending part of your week with us, and we've got another jam-packed show featuring local news from around South Jersey, a few stories that may make you shake your head, and of course, plenty of laughs along the way. This week, we're talking about the nation's semi-quincentennial celebration, new e-bike rules for New Jersey, AI being used in Atlantic County, and a remarkable local history lesson involving sharks and jaws. And of course, we have our community calendar, the Odd Poll, the Oddcast forecast, pop culture, and so much more. So settle in. This is the Jersey Oddcast. I want to say this was a good 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
agree.
it was. Jam-packed. Coast to coast.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
really feel
unbelievable.
like there's the right amount of pomp and circumstance for it. It was the 250th. It was a remarkable occasion. And even though there were some weather issues on the East Coast, it was still pretty amazing. What was your favorite event that you went to or watched?
We were part of the town's semiquincentennial celebration, the cemetery, that is. And we had tours coming all morning, and it was remarkably well attended, each and every one. There was probably 20 or 30 people per group. We had 5 groups, and everybody had a great time. We talked about our Veterans Memorial. We talked about the Salem Oak, the Flags for Forgotten Soldiers display that we have through the middle of this month, and we highlighted a few of our residents that were born before 1800 and a few that served in the Civil War. And one of them, actually, is the 4 times great granduncle of former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. So,
A little bit of sort of
Look,
New Jersey lore there.
yeah.
yeah,
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 yeah, because like we've got him, we've got the guy who was 4th cousins with John Adams, and even though that seems distant, like I told the people on the tour, 4th cousins in Hammonton is close cousins, so we're totally
Yeah,
counting it.
yeah.
fair.
Yeah,
How about for you, Gabe? What did you enjoy about the weekend?
I just like all the, like you said, the pomp and circumstance. I love the tall ships. Sailforth did a beautiful job of bringing in tall ships from throughout the world, and we see them with the military ships all in New York Harbor. That was great. Fireworks displays from Boston to Philadelphia to New York to Washington, D.C. Fun watching those on the evening of the 4th. I like that they dropped the ball again. That was new
that
in,
was.
in Times Square. And all the big and little things that were done in Hammonton with parade and the speakers at Hammonton Veterans Memorial Park and along Bellevue Avenue and all throughout the town. A lot of There was a lot of effort put in by the town, and I think they tried their best to do a nice job to bring in the 250th. I think they did a great job.
You know, it's funny when you talk about the ball dropping in New York. They had the Blueberry at the block party on July 3rd, and the Hamilton's the one they drop every year, every
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. And I don't know, Gabe, I know you're not on TikTok. Gina, I don't know if you saw
Did
it.
you see the guy like pushing it up the street?
Yeah, like the person who was driving through like down Central Avenue at 1 o'clock in the morning, and look what I just saw in Hamilton. What is that?
Yeah, that was pretty freaking funny. That made me laugh. That made me LOL.
Yeah, that made me chuckle.
Yeah, that was good. It was just really nice. I just think when we do things like that, we are reminded what a great nation we have. We've been seeing a lot of that with World Cup, singing John Denver. I've been loving that. I think that's been special. The
Country
one,
road, take me home. Yep.
yeah, the one fly in my ointment, if I were to say, is that I heard like the stupidest thing that I've ever heard, and it really steamed my beans. It was someone said, actually not someone, but like a few people online were saying, and like people like getting onto this, that it was not the 250th for all of America. It was just 250 for the original 13 colonies. And I'm like, no, it's the 250th of the republic, of the forming of the nation. So just because we added to our nation over years does not mean it's not a celebration for everyone in Hawaii and California and Wyoming as much as it is for people in New York and the Carolinas. You know what I mean? Like that really irritated me. And it was really weird because it was both sides of the aisle making this argument. And I'm like, no, it's one nation,
I, I,
indivisible.
I
I
mean,
can
You're okay with it?
No, I can see it if it's being done tongue in cheek.
No, they
You
were
know,
serious.
oh, because when you're at the beginning of something and you celebrate the anniversary of whatever, and then these like the
Johnny
say
come
you're
with
with
this.
say you're with a company for 50 years and you've been there since the beginning, and then like, yeah, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary, and somebody who was just hired last week, they're like, yeah, it's our 50th anniversary. I'm like, oh no, Scotty, you weren't here 50 years ago. This isn't your thing. If you do that tongue in cheek, I can understand that. But to actually no, it's the 250th of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence and the formalization of the language, the United States of America. So, yes, it's everybody's 250th, regardless of when they joined the Union. So I can see why that. I am not invested enough to be irritated by that. I just know you're wrong. Just they're flat out wrong.
I learned in my 8th grade civics class with Mrs. Alvino that it's federal government, states' rights. There's always a split between the two. This takes it too far in my book. I don't think we need to say we don't need another civil war over like whether or not it's the 250th for the entire country. It's the 250th of the nation. I agree with Joe. What Joe said. It's 250 years since the signing of the Declaration, and we should just celebrate that, not try and how many states dance on the head of a pin. It's a little
Yeah.
It was very upsetting, and I
they're
just felt it was
going
very
down too.
divisive in a time when we didn't need the divisiveness.
If we're going to get that persnickety about it, then we might as well all go back and listen to John Adams and start celebrating July 2nd instead of July 4th, because that's when they approved the Declaration. And he thought that July 2nd was going to be the day that everybody celebrated. So I say let's go back and just let's have the original 13 really start making July 2nd a big thing if we're going to get
Yeah.
really into the weeds about it.
It should be a federal holiday on July 2nd for all those who resided in one of the original 13 colonies. I'm
I'm
fine
okay
with
with
that.
that. I'm
This gets a
absolutely
little
okay with that.
confusing. We're set in New Jersey, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't think I will ever live in a non-original 13 colony state, so I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah, no,
I don't
I
know.
am perfectly okay with that.
Yeah. Joe, how was the council meeting last week? I believe you watched.
I did watch. It was short, but not as short as it could have been. Council held a special meeting on June 29th at 4 p.m., where they entertained Resolution 114 of 2026 to award the contract for the Route 54 water main project to Murphy Pipeline Contractors, LLC of Sunrise, Florida. Murphy, you'll recall, was awarded the contract at a special meeting on June 8th, but the bid was ultimately rejected at the state level because they were not currently licensed to operate in New Jersey, nor did they carry workers' comp insurance in the state. Additionally, they were the sole bidder for the project. Now, once that bid was rejected by the state, the town was allowed to go out for rebid, and that preserved their H2 loan funding and be able to make the deadlines and all of that. Now, for this bid, Mayor Stephen Fergione said that Murphy had since attained its necessary credentials and all state agencies were satisfied, and that the town closed on the H2 loan that day. During discussion, Councilman J.D. Calderon asked about the likelihood of the ground heaving and the road cracking during the pipe bursting, which is the technique that they're going to use, which would feed a larger pipe through the existing pipe so that they don't have to dig a trench between First and Second Road on 54 and have that closed and rerouted for who knows how long. Engineer James Sia of Adams, Raymond, and Hagen said that the specs indicate that increasing the existing 6-inch pipe up to 12 inches, as is the plan, is the maximum allowable to avoid heaving, and that if it needed to be adjusted in the field down to, say, 10 inches, it would be, because that's still a much larger main that is currently running through the road. Councilman Anthony Marino expressed concerns that, once again, Murphy was the sole bidder, and Councilman Ray Scipione echoed his concerns, particularly given the testimony provided by Andy Culpepper at the June 8th meeting regarding the lack of union bidders. Fergione reiterated that the method of construction is particular and that the local contractors that typically do pipe work, they do so with open trenches, whereas Murphy specializes in pipe bursting all around the country. Additionally, Fergione said that this method had been submitted to the DOT more than a year ago, and it has long been signed off on. And the motion carried unanimously to award the contract to Murphy Contractors, so all of that hullabaloo and hoopla was essentially for nothing. Council also entertained Resolution 115 of 2026, which was a change order for the 11th Street Sidewalk project. Prigioni said the project is being paid for by a grant, and the winning base bid was for $138,749. The town then gave a change order to bring the number to approximately $162,000 for additional sidewalks in an effort to use as many grant funds as humanly possible. There were a few items that were not performed by the contractor, so money was deducted, and the net is now $154,145, realizing a deduction of close to $8,000. And it was reiterated that all of this was through grant funds and none of it came from local taxpayers. And that motion carried unanimously, and that was the meeting, clocking in at about 35 to 38 minutes, give or take.
I don't disagree with the councilman who bring up the fact that there was only one bidder. But at the same time, if it's a specialist, then
Yeah,
okay,
and
I get it. You know what I mean? It's a tough situation.
Yeah, and if you put it out for bid and one bid comes back, okay, all right, and then that bid's rejected, and then you've got somebody coming in saying that you need to get union contractors, okay, and he asked for more time so that union contractors could bid the job. Okay, as it turned out, you had more time. It went out for rebid, and still they were the only bidder. So at that point, what are you going to do? You put it out twice for bid.
Now, when did you say this work is going to start?
I did not say when the work is going to start,
Mhm.
but they are anticipating within a month.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see how they do.
Yeah, they need 2 weeks to give proper notice to the bidder and then another 2 weeks to start mobilizing and so forth. And then at some point, they're going to put the second phase of the Route 54 project, which goes through the center of town. They're going to put that out for bid, but they've got more time for that because now they're in the next fiscal year and
Yeah.
they're not up against the wall, even though all the work has to be done before April 1st of 2027 because that was the hard stop deadline given to them by the state and by the federal government to complete Route 54 so that the state can come in and mill an overlay. So
Was it a surprise that it was the same bidder, Joe, or just did it seem like everyone
I
anticipated this?
I didn't get a bead one way or the other from council. I was a bit surprised that there was only one bid and it was the same bidder and that they were able to get their paperwork in order so quickly. But if you go on Murphy's website, they do pipe bursting all over. They specialize in that. That's their jam. Whereas most other contractors, they like doing open trench work, which I understand because it's a lot easier to work in an open trench. I have done nothing on that scale, but like we used to lay irrigation line. I can't imagine not doing that without an open trench. So
We will see what happens. That's all we can do. You know. But thank you for that. If you are looking to relocate to anywhere in South Jersey, whether it's your home or business, please give Phil Carr a call.
If you're looking to buy or sell your home or commercial property in South Jersey, call Phil Carr, owner of Crowley and Carr Real Estate. Crowley and Carr is the best place in town to find the best place in town. Call them at 609-561-0505 or go to Facebook or Instagram.
Thank you. And now we're going to go into something a little bit different. A man from Hammonton was killed in Florida last week, and it was making the news quite a bit up and around New Jersey.
Yeah, according to published reports, Bart DeGuglielmo, 62, was shot to death in North Lauderdale around 12:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 30th, according to the Broward County Sheriff's Office. He was shot once and taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. This is right now there's no charges that have been filed after this shooting. The shooter was an adult woman wearing a white shirt. She's not been identified. She stayed at the scene and told detectives that she shot DeGuglielmo in self-defense. Investigators found that DeGuglielmo and the woman had argued over a parking spot before she opened fire, according to published reports. So, homicide detectives are still looking into this fatal shooting. It'll be up to the Broward County state attorney's office to decide whether the woman will face charges according to the authorities. And this is just the shooting took place in a Walmart parking lot in North Lauderdale, Florida. And Guglielmo was originally from Hammonton. He served as a staff sergeant in the U.S. Army for more than 16 years, according to his own Facebook page. And he was a fan of the Philadelphia sports teams, Ohio State. And basically, he moved to Florida 3 years ago to be closer to his daughter, according to reports.
Yeah, this is just really sad, and you don't
O-
expect a Florida man story to become a Hammonton man story.
yeah, over a parking spot,
Yeah,
like sincerely over a parking spot.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it looks like.
I,
I
I, I just don't even have the right words at this point.
no, no, it's absolutely horrifying. There is absolutely no reason that an argument over a parking spot should rise to the level of gunfire. None whatsoever.
Yeah,
It's horrifying.
I hope we learn more just so we could put our own minds at rest, as selfish as that sounds. But I just feel like this is a really incomplete story at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I hope the investigation continues and it goes all the way through. But again, just not the kind of story you want to be reading. And we always say there's always a connection to Hamilton, no matter where you are in the world. This is not what I'm thinking, though. You know what I mean?
no, no,
No.
certainly not.
But we will see what happens next, and we will keep an eye out for that. To read these stories, Joe, Gabe, and I all need to wear glasses, and we go to Hamilton Family Eye Care.
See Hamilton Family Eye Care for routine and medical eye care for all ages. From glasses to contacts to eye exams and more. Visit Hamilton Family Eye Care at Peachtree Plaza, 80 South White Horse Pike in Hamilton. Call 609-567-7479 or go to hamiltonfamilyeyecare.com.
Thank you. Joe, I'm seeing a lot about the upcoming e-bike laws going into effect in about less than 2 weeks. A lot of police
Yes,
departments are sharing stuff. What do we know?
we know that the grace period for New Jersey's e-bike laws, which were passed back in January and which we called for last year, are now in effect. These laws apply to low-speed electronic bicycles, which are defined as two-wheeled bicycles with pedals, where the motor assists only while pedaling and ceases to provide assistance when the bike reaches 20 miles an hour. It applies to motorized bicycles or mopeds, which are pedal bicycles that are throttle capable of assisted speeds up to 28 miles an hour, or electronic motorized bicycles or e-motorcycles, which are defined as two-wheeled vehicles with an electric motor capable of speeds over 28 miles an hour without pedaling. These new laws require varying degrees of licensure, registration, and insurance. For a low-speed bicycle, the rider must be at least 15 years old, possess a valid driver's license or an e-bike license or permit, and carry registration. Motorized bicycle riders must also be at least 15, have a valid driver's license or a moped license, carry registration, and liability insurance. For e-motorcycles, operators must be at least 17, have a valid driver's license and a motorcycle endorsement, and carry registration and insurance. Additionally, riders for all three categories must also wear a helmet regardless of age. And New Jersey residents have until July 19th to get their paperwork in order or face tickets and fines. For those who have, and I've seen this all over, many people are in favor of this, some people are against this. The state is treating these no differently than any gas-powered vehicle. So that's where we are. You need a moped license, so why does it matter whether or not it's gas-powered or electric? You need a motorcycle license. Why does it matter if it's electric or gas-powered? It's the same thing. The speeds are really what is at issue here. So
I think we've
that's
lost too many people to these accidents.
especially recently.
Yeah.
There's yeah.
Yes. Yes. And we've been calling for this, like you said, Joe, for a while.
Mhm.
And these are vehicles. These are either gas powered or electric or whatever you want to say that are in need of some kind of regulation that wasn't there before. I have a question. They say that e-trikes are exempt from this law. And was there any reason given for that?
I couldn't find a reason why. I saw that too, and I thought that was interesting, unless they're considered safer because they have more stability with the two wheels in the back or in the front or wherever they are. I don't know
Right.
why, but I did see that.
Yeah, I don't feel safe with people not wearing their helmets on a lot of these things. I
No.
see so many people in town, especially kids on bicycles, regular bicycles, not even e-bikes without a helmet, and that makes me twitchy. So I can't imagine having someone on a motorized thing
Without
vehicle
a
without
helmet.
a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And I'm not
Yeah.
saying you need full road gear, which you need on a motorcycle, but if just wear your helmet.
Yeah, and consider we were calling for this last year, and we are not three people who generally call for more legislation. So if we're like there needs to be laws, there needs to be laws.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no insurance needed with the low speed e bicycles. You just have to register it. Okay, there's probably going to be a fee, usually is.
Hmm.
And you have to be 15 years old. I feel like that's responsible. That makes
Yeah.
sense to me. And you have to wear a helmet. Okay, good, because you have to wear a helmet if you're riding a motorcycle.
Oh yeah. Yes, you do.
So we have to do the things, and you need a valid New Jersey driver's license or an e-bike license if you're on the pedal assisted low speed. That's probably the only thing I might try someday, but again, I'm just a big scaredy cat. So
Yeah, I'm too old for that now. No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm past my
way too
prime
old
for
for that.
that and many other things. But
Yeah.
you are in the prime of life, Gabe Donio. Stop.
no, no. But I'm not going to get on an e-bike. And if I do, I will get it registered and get a helmet. But I don't think I'm going to
Yeah,
do it.
I don't know. Ever since the inventor of the Segway lost control of his Segway and plummeted over a cliff to his doom, I have kind of sworn off all electronic
I
vehicles.
feel like that's a story from The Onion, but I know it's not.
It's absolute
It
fact.
absolutely
I know.
happened. It's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these things are perfectly safe. Yahoo!
uh,
On a very
segue.
sad note, uh, and
Nice segue.
on a very sad note, a woman from Egg Harbor died in an accident, and I believe she was on a motorcycle or a motorbike.
Well, there's two people who passed away, and let me get into that. It was on Thursday, June 25th, 2026, at 9:42 p.m. The Atlantic City Police Department responded to a motor vehicle crash eastbound on Route 40 in the area of 1600 North Albany Avenue. According to the county, preliminary investigation shows Inzama Mahul Haq, 20, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, was traveling eastbound on Route 40 in a BMW M2. In the area of 1600 North Albany Avenue, Hake struck the rear end of a Yamaha YZ250 dirt bike also traveling eastbound. The operator of the Yamaha dirt bike, Basim K. Taliaferro Jr., of 21, of Galloway, New Jersey, and his passenger, Yasmin R. Williams, 21, from Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, were ejected from the dirt bike and pronounced deceased at the scene. The investigation is ongoing. The case is being investigated by the Atlantic City Police Department with the assistance of the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office's Crash Investigations Unit. Anyone with information about this incident is asked to call the Atlantic City Police Department at 609 347 3500 or the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office's Crash Investigation Unit at 609 909 7800. Anonymous tips can also be sent to the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office website at acpo.tips. So, two people killed in that accident.
On a dirt bike.
Yeah. Just so sad. And summer, they're out, they're on the dirt bike. They probably thinking, okay, this is a normal thing to do, and everything changes in a second.
I don't know if are dirt bikes street legal? I'm reasonably certain they're not. Mopeds are, but I don't
Yeah,
think dirt bikes are supposed to. I don't think they're street legal.
I don't really know my bicycles, my
your
motorcycles. I don't
motorcycles.
know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the differences.
Okay, just in order to be street legal, you have to register them, and they have to. Same thing with the e-bikes. I don't think you need to register dirt bikes because they're off-road vehicles, just like quads. If they're usually not street legal for that reason.
Yeah.
I think that's true, but I don't know for sure. But no matter what, they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, unfortunately, and for both of them, and it's a tragedy.
Oh, it's awful. It's 100% awful.
Yeah. No, this is not the kind of news you want for your summer, and we're glad that the Atlantic City Police Department is being assisted by the prosecutor's office.
Yeah.
If your home or business is in need of a good fence, you should give Master Wire a call.
Yes, you should, because for more than 40 years, Master Wire Manufacturing Fence Company has been providing the South Jersey and tri state area with residential and commercial fence supplies and services. Whether you're looking for quality products to do it yourself or are in need of a trustworthy fencing company to install your fence, they've got you covered. Master Wire Manufacturing Fence Company provides the highest quality products and customer service to each and every person who walks through their doors or gives them a call. Contact MasterWire at 609-567-1616 or visit the website at masterwirefence.net.
And you never know when you might be feeling a little hungry and you need to go get a meal. Stop over to the Silver Coin Diner.
That's right, Gina. The Silver Coin Diner is located in the heart of South Jersey between Philadelphia and Atlantic City, and it's a family owned restaurant that has served South Jersey since 1982. It gleams like a 50s diner on the outside and is warm and inviting on the inside. The Silver Coin is famous for serving quality food at family friendly prices. This rock star of a diner is on the cutting edge of restaurant trends, constantly updating its menu and introducing new healthy specials. Everyone at the Silver Coin is eager to please, so if you are in the area or passing through, stop in their location at 20 South Whitehorse Pike in Hammonton and let them treat you like family. Contact the Silver Coin Diner at 609-561-6974 or visit their website at silvercoindiner.net.
It's almost time for the best week in Hammonton. Buona Festa. What's happening for the 151st year?
Yeah, next week is the 151st Our Lady of Mount Carmel Festival, or as I call it, Italian Christmas. And both the Our Lady of Mount Carmel Society and St. Mary of Mount Carmel Parish have released their schedules. Starting today, July 7th, and continuing through July 15th, the parish will hold a solemn novena at 5 p.m. at St. Joseph's Church. On July 12th, the Sons of Italy, I realize that it's written Sons of Italy, but anybody who's anybody knows that it's pronounced Sons of Italy. The Sons of Italy will hold a ravioli dinner from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and at 4 p.m., will host the annual Running of the Sandwiches. Feast Week officially starts on July 13th and runs through July 18th, but the big day is the 16th of July. On the day of our Feast of Our Lady Mount Carmel, the parish will hold several masses at St. Joe's. At 8 a.m., there will be a mass for the intentions of all of our pilgrims. That time will also see the start of the hourly bomba, or cannon fire. There will be an Italian Mass at 10 a.m., followed by confession, and a Spanish Mass at noon, also followed by confession. The Mount Carmel Society Mass for deceased members will be at 3 p.m., and the procession of images will follow afterwards at approximately 4 p.m. The procession will follow the traditional route down 3rd Street to Fairview, to Egg Harbor Road to Bellevue, and then back up 3rd Street with cannon fire each time the procession turns a corner. After the procession returns to a church, there will be a final Mass and Thanksgiving for many prayers answered. They say it's going to be around 6 or 7 p.m., but the procession never starts on time and it never arrives back in time unless it's raining the whole time, because then we don't really stop. Pardon me. Fireworks will follow at 10 p.m. and will happen again on July 18th at 10 p.m. Throughout Feast Week, there will be more food that you could possibly fathom, as well as carnival rides and midway games. There will also be daily live entertainment at both Mount Carmel Hall and at St. Joe's. Check their websites for entertainers and schedules. And additionally, there will be free handicap-accessible shuttle service from Hammonton Middle School, running 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. nightly, and from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the 16th. So that's the long and the short of it, and I, for one, am looking forward to every moment of it.
What's your favorite thing
Yeah.
that you're going to eat?
Zeppeli on the steps of the church. That's my July 16th tradition. Get a bag of
That's nice.
Zeps, sit on the steps, just eat my Zeps on the steps, watch the people go by, and enjoy the 16th of July. Just completely let my mind go empty and absorb all of it. Followed, of course, by walking in the procession, which I have come to appreciate as I've gotten older. But that's the thing, eating the Zeppeli on the steps. That's what I love.
Zep on the steps.
Meshing of the religious and the sort of mundane. And
Yeah.
I don't mean mundane in a boring way, but how long has Amusements of America been coming? More than
Oh,
50
heavens.
years, I think,
Oh, more
overall.
than. I think there was like 1 year in the 90s or 2 years in the
Yeah,
90s
it's a
where they
cap.
weren't available. Yeah, they weren't available, and we got some other company that
I
did
feel
not
like it
live
was
up to.
Silver Dollar Amusements or something like that. I remember vaguely
Maybe.
that it was a different
I mean,
outfit. Yeah.
yeah, as good as they were, they could have been Bob's Fish Chips and Carnival rides for all I know, because they were
Yeah,
not good.
right.
Yeah, like Amusements of America, they do it upright every year, and it's just great.
I
Yeah,
look
there's
forward
something
to the
about,
whole week.
yeah, the whole week, Gina.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was saying I look forward to the whole week. The music, the entertainment, seeing people, the lemonade. It's just a good deal.
And there's
And the
something to
food.
be said, Joe, of that view from the steps of the humanity going by, and you got to look out over the carnival, and you get the church behind you. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, that's the center of the universe for me, right there. Those steps, and it feels so different. It looks so different. You could drive by the church any day of the year, and okay, there's the church. But that week, man, those steps, that's where people meet. You meet there because you can see people, and then you go to this beer garden or you go to that beer garden. You go down to the Suns, you go to the Assumption Stand, you go wherever, but you meet on those steps. And both of you know very well that there are some days during feast week where you just try and walk by those steps, and you're there for 3 hours because you run into everybody and their mother. That's
Yep.
the nexus. That's the hub for me.
I like the candle shrine. I like seeing people in there. It's a little space to cool down, say a couple prayers, remember people who aren't with you anymore. I just think that's a special place, the church, to go inside.
I do miss the old days when the bingo hall was still up and the candle stand was in between the bingo hall and the church. I miss that
Yeah.
because then anybody walking by could see the candles. And I used to volunteer there when I was younger.
Yeah, it was much more visible. Even though it was
Hmm.
set back, you could see it
Yeah,
from the walking on the street.
yeah.
Yeah. It's coming up. We can't wait for it. If you call it a parade, please don't come.
Oh,
That's right.
Call it it's a procession.
oh no,
Yeah.
People
no.
I
do.
tell
It's
you,
okay.
They're
You
if
know,
wrong.
you know the
No, no,
procession, not a
no. Oh,
parade.
heaven. Oh,
151 years, we should really be proud of all that it has to offer and come out, watch it if you've never seen it before. If you haven't been to Hammonton on the 16th of July, it's a special day. The whole week is great, but the 16th is the day that was very special, especially for those who are Catholic.
yeah.
Gabe, our neighbors in Vineland are having a public information meeting shortly.
All stakeholders are invited to attend a public information center meeting on Monday, July 20th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. regarding a proposed improvement project along Chestnut Avenue from Delsey Drive to Main Road. For your convenience, you may attend either in person or virtually. For more information, please call 856 794 4000, extension 4090, or email cityengineering@vinelandcity.org. They just wanted information about this upcoming improvement project. It's going to be on, again, Monday, July 20th, 2026, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at 640 East Wood Street in Vineland, New Jersey. So there you go. That's the update from there.
That seems delightfully vague. Like,
Well, yeah,
what kind of improvement
what's
project
the,
are they talking about? Okay, it seems
yeah,
vague because we've seen
yeah,
other similar notices from other municipalities. Like, we've got this upcoming improvement project on this street and this street that will encompass this. We'll do that.
Yeah, like
This, I don't know. It's just,
sidewalks, something.
yeah, something. It seems vague.
Maybe if we were more up on Vineland news, we would know better.
It's
It
entirely
could be.
And if you know the thing,
It's written in a way that doesn't really go into detail about what the improvement project is.
Yeah.
That's why we're at
Is
a
it a
loss.
water line? Yeah. Is it a water line? Are they planting trees? Are they putting up tents? What's I guess all will be revealed at the appropriate time. So
I don't think they're going to be building a data center in that area.
look,
Uh,
I'm just saying, if that was defined as an area in need of redevelopment, they have meet the bare minimum for their public notice for this.
yep. So keep
Really
an eye
stoking the
out,
conspiracy
Vineland.
flames.
If you're driving to the Vineland Public Information Meeting or anywhere in Vineland, you're going to need car insurance, and we say you should call Diversified.
Yes, you will, and yes, you should. You should see Diversified Insurance for all your commercial and personal insurance needs. They are a value added firm. They provide unsurpassed service, consult with you to determine your needs, and offer you a choice of insurance plans and programs. They are a value hunter who can find the best combination of coverage, service, and price. Contact them today at 609 567 7771 or visit their website at diversifiedinsuranceofnj.com.
Thank you. And if you're feeling a little peckish, you want something delicious, or if you want to make your own sausage and peppers, head to Bagliani's.
At Bagliani's Market, they always say we treat our customers like family, with a variety of custom cut meats, farm fresh produce, delicious cheeses, a full deli, and more. Bagliani's Market is something for everyone. They are famous for their wide variety of authentic Italian specialty products. Try their Italian bread and rolls, prepared foods, and homemade pasta. Follow their social media for weekly loyalty reward promos. Bagliani's Market is located at 417 12th Street in Hammonton. Call 609 561 0693 or visit Facebook and Instagram for more information.
Thank you. The county is looking to get is instituting an AI program to help with some phone calls and other services. And they announced it on their website, this press release. It's an AI powered EVA to improve customer service. And according to the press release, in an ongoing effort to improve customer service and workforce efficiencies with the assistance of AI and advanced technology, the Atlantic County Department of Family and Community Development has launched EVA or EVA, a new automated phone system for customers seeking emergency assistance and food stamps. And in a quote from Atlantic County Executive Dennis Levinson, for residents seeking food and shelter for themselves and their family members, time is of the essence. Being the second poorest county in the state, the number of residents in need continues to grow. We recognize the importance of providing efficient and responsive customer service. This new software is a tremendous tool that we are pleased to implement and have served as a model throughout the state. The AI-powered phone system can handle more than 1,000 simultaneous calls. It can respond to inquiries about benefit applications and required documents, schedule appointments, relay office hours and locations, in addition to providing real-time translation to reduce language barriers. EVA or EVA is available 24/7 and to direct callers to resources, including responding by text with website links where customers may receive immediate assistance. So, according to the press release, during June, EVA or EVA helped direct or respond to more than 6,500 calls to the Department of Family and Community Development. I think it's supposed to be Community
Mm.
Development. The press release.
I believe so,
The
yes.
department. Nearly half of those initial inquiries requested callbacks, which typically occurred within 24 to 48 hours. In many cases, EVA or EVA, again, not sure how it's supposed to be said, is able to help collect information to further expedite response time. So they believe this will help them become more efficient. It's a way to use new and emerging technologies efficiently. I hope so.
Mm.
They're already using this in the Central Municipal Court of Atlantic County, where it handles 30 to 40% of incoming calls. We'll see what happens. I these are people when they're at their most vulnerable, and I hope it's a good resource and not something that keeps people further from humanity and getting help when they're at this vulnerable point in their lives.
Yeah.
I think it's delicate, and I just hope that Eva or Eve is able to be that way for them.
Yeah, what you don't want is it to be, like you said, a separation between the people who need to be serviced and receive the services and the people servicing them. So hopefully it's more of a connector and not a barrier.
And it's frustrating. We are the second poorest county, Atlantic County, and it's like, how do we get out of that? How do we become the third poorest or the fourth? And I'm serious. I
Yeah.
mean
No.
that seriously. Like,
Yeah, no,
how
I
do
get
we
it.
mature out of that, and how do
Yeah.
we help people with long-term effects? That's really what I want to be asking people, our Atlantic County government, and even the state government. Like, how do we rise above this, and how do we help people long term?
Yeah.
What is that
I
metric
didn't
based?
realize. That's a good question.
Is that just like
I'm gonna guess
salary?
household income.
Okay.
Could be. Yeah, because I didn't realize that we were the second poorest in the state. I don't even I don't know what to do with that information. But that's an excellent question. Like, how do we rise above that? How do we improve the economy for the residents of Atlantic County? I don't
Yeah,
have
and
a
there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with being poor. That's not the issue. The issue is how do we help people long term
Yeah.
so that they have success in life, so that they don't need these services, so that the next person can be helped.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly it.
And I don't know, is it because of the casino industry that's not really never recovered from 20 years ago? Is it something else that makes us that keeps our county down? And what do we need to do to bring us up? We're never going to be like Middlesex or you
Yeah,
mean some of these
Monmouth.
other
Yeah.
hundred and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I honestly do. I think it's the casino industry. Our county relied on that for a very long time, and we did well. We did reasonably well, but then gambling started becoming legal in New York and in Pennsylvania,
And
and people,
online.
yeah, and
Yeah.
online, and people didn't need to come to Atlantic City anymore. It used to be you went to either Vegas or you went to Atlantic City, but now, like all the people from Philly, they stay in Philly. They
Yeah.
don't need to come down here,
That's
and
right.
that hurts.
We'll say this, it's we talk a lot about Hammonton, but Hammonton found ways to be resilient with its economy. We don't have as many people coming in to pick as we used to. And it used to be the Italian labor that was here 100 some odd years ago, 150 years ago. And then we had the clothing manufacturers. We don't have that anymore. Then we had Whitehall. We don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
We are not the richest town in Atlantic County, but we have I don't believe we're the poorest town in Atlantic County, household income wise. So we have found ways to adapt. How do we take that on a larger scale?
That's a good question.
Yeah. And
That's
if
a
I
good
could solve
question.
those things, then I would be like a Warren Buffett, I'm sure.
A lot of it has to do with, I really believe this, that concept of the American dream and home ownership. I think in Hamilton there is just a proud tradition of people come here, they live here, they have a home here, their children have homes here. There's a lot of homesteading in Hamilton, and I think
Hmm.
that keeps the place together because people live here and they work here, and their businesses are here. There's a lot of that stability to the economy.
Yeah. Once again, Egg Harbor City will be honoring Peace Pilgrim with a celebration.
Yes, the it's coming up this July 18th at Harbor City at Peace Pilgrim Park, which is the 500 block of London Avenue. It's going to be held rain or shine, and there's going to be a series of events from 8:30 a.m. They're going to begin creating a flower peace mandala. 9 a.m. open air yoga. 10 a.m. a group photo followed by a 1 mile silent mindfulness walk for peace. 11 a.m., they're going to gather under the pine grove to celebrate Peace Pilgrim's message through music, words, and meditation. And at noon, there'll be a picnic lunch. Bring your own food and drink. So they're going to have cupcakes celebrate Peace Pilgrim's July 18th birthday, plus some fun crafts. So this is all going to take place on her birthday, which I didn't realize was July
Yeah.
18th. My birthday is July 16th, which we just talked about, the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And she has a quote: "This is the way of peace. Overcome evil with good, falsehood with truth, and hatred with love." And that's coming up in Egg Harbor City on July 18th.
It sounds like it's going to be a nice way to observe her birthday. And I know they do something every year. And cupcakes, you can't go wrong with cupcakes.
You really can't.
You really can't. No.
No, it's
You,
like
I,
Zeppelin.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice thing they do every year for they to honor and observe her birthday. I think that's a nice
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me about the message that the couple who scaled the Empire State Building's needle. I think their message was something like, when the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace.
Something like
Yes,
that. Yeah.
that
This
was
is
it.
just a much more grounded way to do that.
Literally.
Literally.
That was intentional.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
That was
Yeah.
very intentional because, like, it's the same message. Love will
Yeah.
triumph over hatred and over power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an age-old message.
yeah. Although I will say that was really romantic when he proposed. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
Oh.
thank God she said yes. Could
Yeah,
you
that would have
imagine?
been a long way down.
Oh, yeah.
That
And
elevator ride would have been bad.
very
Real
uncomfortable.
quiet. Really
if she
quiet.
had if she had said no and I was like the cop bringing them down, I would have hit every button on there, so it had to stop at every floor. Yeah, exactly.
So is this the most romantic thing that's happened on the Empire State Building since Sleepless in Seattle? Is that
Oh, maybe.
what we'll
Maybe.
say?
Yeah.
I don't know what goes on in the Empire State Building, but yeah, probably.
Okay,
What in hell goes on in New York?
that's right.
Did
Little
you guys see the
clubhouse in
post?
1776.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see the post that we put up for the Oddcast last week with count how many 1776 references?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that there were. I think you said there were 5 references. It's just part of our vernacular. I don't even think about it.
Yeah, comes so
Uh,
just right trips off the tongue.
Yeah.
if you need help with your septic, or if you're having an event and you're going to need a porta potty, or if you have a construction site and you're going to need a porta john, you need to call Demeglio Septic and Quality Sanitation.
Yes, you do. If Congress needs its own
Privy?
its own
Privy.
privy, then yeah, call Domiglio Septic and Quality Sanitation because they are here for a variety of services, including septic pump out, grease trap service, high pressure jetting, portable toilets, and more. Call 609-561-3597 or go to domiglioseptic.com for Domiglio Septic or call 609-561-4666 for quality sanitation. Experience the Domiglio difference, a promise of superior service, quality, and reliability.
Thank you. And it's July, it's summer, there's so much happening. Gabe, what is going on with our Rocco's Townhouse community calendar?
The Rocco's Townhouse Community Calendar is brought to you by Rocco's Townhouse, which prides themselves on being a spot where everyone can meet and eat. Delicious appetizers, entrees, burgers, and more, along with a full bar and plenty of craft beers on tap. Remember, everyone meets at the Townhouse, 21 North 3rd Street in Hammonton. Call them at 609 561 9384 or visit roccostownhouse.com. And now the Rocco's Townhouse Community Calendar. Looking for something fun to do around South Jersey? Here's what's happening this week. Starting Wednesday, July 8th, stop by Clay College at Rowan College of South Jersey, or Rowan University, in Millville, I'm sorry, for a Life of in Art Glenn Rutterow. The exhibit is open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and runs through July 20th, showcasing the work of the acclaimed South Jersey artist. So that's at Clay College at Rowan College of South Jersey in Millville. On Thursday, July 9th, book lovers can head to Three Threes Brewing in Hammonton for the Book Travert Silent Book Club beginning at 6 p.m. Bring your own book, enjoy a beverage, socialize a bit, and then settle in for some quiet reading. Saturday, July 11th is packed with events. The Hammonton branch of the Atlantic County Library hosts another Makerspace sewing session from 1:30 p.m. until 5 p.m. Learn both hand and machine sewing. Registration is required. Also on Saturday in Vineland, Dancing on the Ave gets underway at 5 p.m. on Landis Avenue with free admission, music by DJ Joe Rivera, dancing, culture, and community. On Saturday night, head over to Cinder Bar in Williamstown for the Decades Dance Party from 8 p.m. until midnight. It's a chance to dance the night away to favorites from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. On Sunday, July 12th, the Dragon Boat Festival returns to Lake Lenape and Mays Landing from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Enjoy exciting races, live entertainment, great food, family activities, and more, all benefiting Gilda's Club, South Jersey. Also on Sunday, the Inn on St. Louis Kitchen and Craft hosts its all day Woodstock celebration featuring 4 live musical acts, outdoor barbecue, drink specials, and shuttle service. Then on Tuesday, July 14th, the Franklin Township Library in Franklinville celebrates Cow Appreciation Day from 10:30 until 1 p.m. 10:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. Meet a miniature Highland cow, enjoy crafts and activities, and even grab
Oh.
an ice cream treat. That's your Oddcast community calendar, sponsored by Rocco's Townhouse, where great food and great friends come together. If you have an event you'd featured on the Jersey Oddcast community calendar, send us a message through our social media channels or visit jerseyoddcast.com.
Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate you and appreciate that.
I want
And
to meet a mini Highland cow.
I
See?
know, right? That's why I put it on
Doesn't
there.
everyone?
Oh, I do. I just want to see this little cute little cow. Oh,
Did you guys ever see the movie The Heat or Heat?
the heat.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
I don't know. Heat
It's not that good.
95. Robert De
Yes,
Niro. I've
saw
never seen.
that.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh,
It's
I
intense.
saw that in the theater. That was the
Me
very
too.
first time where Pacino and De Niro were on screen at the same time. You can bet I saw that in the theater. I own it on
Yep.
DVD. I still have, like, when it came out, I bought it. It's one of my favorite movies.
You
Love
probably
Heat.
have it
I
on
saw
VHS.
that.
But now they're
I
making a
did.
sequel
Yeah, I saw
Mm,
that.
with Christian Bale, who I love since Empire of the Sun, and Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What's the point?
You got Leo stepping in for Val Kilmer's character. You got Christian Bale trying to walk in Al Pacino's shadow, and I didn't see if they had cast it or if they're currently looking for someone for Robert De Niro's character, who, spoiler alert from 31 years ago, died at the end of the movie. So unless this
Yeah.
is a prequel that makes no sense, I don't understand the whole point of this at all. And you really think you can get someone who can play Ashley Judd's character? Come on, she's it ain't no touching Ashley Judd, who incidentally got her
No.
acting debut in Star Trek. So there's my Star Trek reference for the week.
So
There you go. Well done.
Thank you.
Stephen Graham is expected to be cast as Neil McCauley, originally played by De Niro, and then
Yeah,
Adam Driver is reportedly in deep negotiations to play the villain.
I
It's,
don't.
it's this is a reboot. This isn't a sequel.
I
I
don't
mean,
really
it says
know.
if
But
they're playing
It
but
the
says
same
it's a
character.
sequel, but I don't know.
but Neil was the villain, as it were, last time. Even he was the bad guy, but he wasn't really a villain. I think Amy Brennan was in it, played his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I just, like, why is this getting a sequel, and how can you possibly have someone cast to fill roles played by Pacino and De Niro? Why are you doing this, Michael
It's
Mann? Do
like
you need that
remaking The
much money?
Godfather. You can't do it.
It's
Right.
what we talked about before with that. I don't know. There's so many great lines in Heat, and that's where the title comes from, where basically Pacino and De Niro are talking, and Pacino says, "What do you do when the heat comes down? You have to
Yeah,
be ready." De Niro says to leave everything you have behind, everything,
yeah,
and he's explaining that he's willing to do that.
yeah. And that scene in the diner, that was just such smart, snappy dialogue. The whole movie, just start to finish, it's a classic. I think that might have been the
Yeah,
first DVD that I bought, actually.
I saw that. I was in Dallas, Texas, stuck during a blizzard of '96. I had gone down
Okay.
there to see the Eagles play the Dallas Cowboys, and then we got stuck for 4 days. So we watched the movie Heat in the theater.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Jim Mento and I don't remember if it was opening weekend or not, but that was one of those things, like when we saw the advertisement, we're like, oh, we're going. And absolutely
It's hard to believe
saw it in
that's
its
30
first
years
run.
ago.
Tell me
31,
about it.
yeah. December
You,
15th, 1995 was the release date.
oh, that hurts.
Mhm.
Oh, that really hurts. Yeah, but
In other news, Enola Holmes 3 is out on Netflix. Gabe and I have watched 1 and 2. Millie
Hmm.
Bobby Brown plays Sherlock Holmes' younger sister. Hijinks is Sue. This one is not getting as good of reviews as 1 and 2. But will I still watch it? Yes, I will. I loved the first one. The second one was not bad.
First one was brilliant. Second one was okay. If this follows the quality degradation, I can see why that it's getting poor reviews. I haven't watched it yet either, but I loved the first one. It was smart. It was fun. The second one was okay. So
And
Yeah,
and Henry Cavill is just great in everything.
yeah, yes, he is. Yeah,
he does a great job in this
you're
as
right.
well. But,
With everything, even his like 30-second cameo as Wolverine in the last Deadpool film, everything that man does, he's fantastic at. Everything.
Yeah. So again, Millie Bobby Brown, she's fantastic in it too. Did they rush it out? I don't know. We'll have to watch it and give our judgment. But the
Yeah.
one thing I do not have to judge and say I absolutely loved was the Minions singing contest.
You like that, huh?
First of all, I didn't know how do people know the language?
I was wondering that because they said it's translated into. I thought it was just like what you run it through Google. It hurt my ears. It did. It hurt
But
my ears.
you Klingon became a real language.
Yes, and I'm not
there's a
saying that
reference.
Minish shouldn't be a real language.
Minionese.
Whatever the hell. I'm just saying that
it
contest hurt my ears.
And
was
like the
one
only word I understood was banana.
they really threw themselves into it though. Those
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
were on they were committed to
Yeah,
singing in the language of the Minions. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know that it's something I'd want to sit through for an extended period of time, but
like for the
you know,
whole contest. Oh no, not
that
unless
would
I'm
hurt my
being paid.
brain.
No.
Yeah.
But again, I love that, and the fact that those were women singing that I primarily saw, and that there are no female minion names.
Okay.
Minions have names? I didn't
That's
know
weird.
that. I know nothing about minions. And they're cute.
Yeah.
So I went down a minion rabbit hole, and I saw some video because like it's what Steve Carell,
Hmm.
right? He plays Gru, and supposedly he came in and he was like, "Yeah, Steve, Tim, Stuart." So he like named them, and he didn't use any women's names, so that's how they all accidentally became men. Like, you know how
Okay.
you make a list of group of guys where somebody's, oh yeah, Bob and Chris. So I think that's what he did according to one video I saw. And that's why they're all boy minions.
But there weren't any
Hmm.
it didn't in the clip I saw, were there any male singers in the
I don't
Minion?
think so, which is what makes it funny.
Man, even the
That's strange.
Smurfs had Smurfette. They got to get on that.
Yeah.
I think they did. I think that was the problem with Smurfette.
Oh, wait a minute. Now. This took a turn.
So Gabe, tell us about the shirt
Wasn't
you're wearing today.
wasn't Smurf really quick?
Uh,
Wasn't Smurfette originally a spy that Gargamel created?
Really?
maybe.
I think
I
so.
don't know. You
I
might
think
know
she was
better than me.
originally a spy. Yeah.
When it comes to childhood memories, really knowing the minutia, Joe, I will rely on your memory on that.
Okay. All right. But
I
yes,
didn't look
excellent.
that deeply.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent question, Gabe. What are you wearing?
So
Who are
I'm
you
wearing
wearing?
a lovely Jersey Oddcast t-shirt. Nice.
Oh,
One of
Nerds
us.
United!
One of us. One. Do you have your mug, Gabe?
Is that from Freaks, by the way? One of us.
I think
I
so.
do have my
Yeah.
mug.
One of Gina.
Yep. Gina has neither a
If you want
t-shirt
to
nor
be,
a mug.
yeah, if you
I'm
want
the
to
odd
be,
one out.
if you want to be
Yeah, right.
one of us, and you want a mug, you want T-shirts. We've got exclusive designs, hats, magnets, tumblers, sweatshirts, all of that and more. Rock Your Oddcast merch. You can find all of it at jersey-oddcast.printify.me. Gina,
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you ragging on me. Let's talk about our
what I do?
Oddcast odd fact for the week because it's a fun one,
Hmm.
of course. So, on July 12th, 1916, one of the strangest and most terrifying wildlife events in New Jersey history took place. A shark swam nearly 11 miles inland into Mattawong Creek and attacked several people in a single day. 11-year-old Lester Stillwell and local shopkeeper Stanley Fisher were killed. 14-year-old Joseph Dunn was seriously injured but survived after being pulled to safety. The attacks stunned the nation because no one believed a shark could reach a freshwater creek so far from the ocean. And according to legend and probably fact, the 1916 Jersey Shore shark attacks later became part of the inspiration for the novel Jaws. So yeah, that's your Oddcast Odd Fact.
That
Really?
last part I did know. I didn't realize it was that the shark had gone that far inland, but I knew that Peter Benchley was partially inspired by that.
So there were some shark attacks from what I was reading, like more towards the shore, like in that same week, like over 12 days.
Yeah.
But that one I thought was really interesting because it was like inland. And I'm like, oh, like, you know
Yeah,
what I
can
mean?
you
Like,
imagine you're like on the Batstow River and you see a
that's
dorsal
exactly
fin?
where my brain went.
Oh, you mean like how, I don't know if they're doing it this year, but in years past, they have played Jaws while people dangle in the Mullica River? Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
no, we're not doing that. No, no.
it's tempting
If we
fate.
learned anything from Jaws, we learned two things: is A, stay out of the water, and B, if you're charming enough, people will consistently reelect you. That's what we learned from, because it's the
Yeah,
same mayor in Jaws 1 and 2. So,
that's right.
yeah.
He's got that jacket with the anchors on it. Classic.
Yeah. Not cool, bro. Not cool.
No. No.
So that was our Oddcast Odd Fact. I just thought I'd share it because it creeped me out. And it's almost
Yeah.
110 years ago.
And sharks live a long time. Might still be around.
You never know.
If your business is in need of regular dumpster service or maybe you're doing a household clean out, please give our friends at United Roll Off a call.
Looking for fast, reliable dumpster service? Call United Roll-Off Service and Recycling LLC. Family owned by the Grasso family and proudly serving South Jersey since 1999. 3 generations strong, United Roll-Off is your local solution for household cleanouts, construction debris, concrete, and yard waste with 11, 20, and 30-yard dumpsters ready when you need them. Serving Hammonton and all of Atlantic, Burlington, Camden, Cumberland, and Gloucester counties, they've got the size, service, and local touch you can trust. Visit them at 735 Wiltsey's Mill Road, Hammonton, or call 609-561-8287 to get started today. United Roll Off, local, loyal, and ready to haul.
Thanks, Gabe. So let's keep with the theme of sharks for the odd poll. Let's be honest. After watching Jaws, did you avoid the ocean for a while? Yes. Maybe a little. Nope. And you've never seen Jaws. And I know all three of us have seen Jaws because Gabe and I watched it last year. So what's the answer, gentlemen?
Nope.
You didn't
I did.
avoid the ocean?
No, oh Lord, it was the 80s, so we were watching movies that we should not have watched when we were 3, 4,
Yeah.
5 years old. I think the first one that I saw was Jaws 3, actually, because that was on cable, and I don't think I saw Jaws 1 and 2 until I was maybe like 8, 9 years old, but I remember watching Jaws 3 when I was like 5, give or take. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I never avoided the water because of Jaws. I avoid the ocean as much as I can because I can't swim. But
Yeah, which is
seems to be a much more realistic reason.
better reason than a shark movie.
Yeah, but like when I was younger, I had a boogie board because I would Velcro it to my wrist and I could go out and I would at least have a flotation device. It wouldn't go up past my chest, but the fear of sharks never kept me out of the water, certainly not Jaws. That being said, I won't watch Jaws while being in the water because that just feels like you're inviting something.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. How about you, Gabe?
No, it never kept me out of the water, but I'm surprised that Joe, you still went in with the boogie board even though you couldn't swim, huh? That's
Yeah,
pretty wild.
not when the surf is terrible, but again, I was younger and I wasn't nearly as overcautious as I am now. But it was securely velcroed to me, and so I would just go out, wait for the wave to come in, and just ride that in like we all did, a bunch of us when we were teenagers. It's just what we did.
Right.
We do that, then we build sandcastles for a while, then we walk on the boardwalk and eat. Good times.
Sounds like a good summertime.
Oh, it was the best. Really was the best.
Yeah. So no, it didn't keep me out of the water. Not really. I didn't like. I think I saw the movie on cable. I didn't see it in the theater because it was before my time. But
Yeah.
I definitely saw it on cable, and it didn't impact me that way.
I will say though that Jaws 3 specifically has given me a little bit of pause when I've gone to aquariums and they have the underwater
The
tunnel that you
wall.
walk through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you're standing there and there are sharks next to you and swimming overhead because they break through the glass in Jaws 3. So
Right.
it was a terrible movie all the way around. Jaws 3, absolutely awful. But that scene when the shark, the very terrible 3D shark, breaks through the glass, every time I've gone to an aquarium and walked through one of those tunnels, I'm just like, I've seen this movie.
Okay, so I will be real quick and say, for me, I have not been to the ocean since watching Jaws last year, but it has not stopped me. I just don't like to be on the sand because sand is invasive. It gets everywhere, so I don't really like it.
But is this a question of correlation does not equal causation? Yes, you saw the movie last year, but that's not the reason why you haven't been in the ocean. You just haven't gone down
Right.
Yeah, I
there.
just haven't gone down,
Yeah.
but I don't think it would stop me.
Okay.
I will say this, when I was a little kid, we went to Universal in California and they had the attraction, I guess you would call it,
Hmm.
of the shark attacking the boat.
Yeah, Jaws the ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was a little terrifying as a kid, but I found ET way scarier than I did Jaws. ET still creeps me out.
Keeping with the Spielberg theme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair
It,
enough.
Yeah.
is it when they find? Is it when they find the what part of it? All of it? The alien?
That movie terrifies me. Like the
Really?
alien, when the scientists come,
Oh, that is frightening. When
the
like
mom is
Mm.
scary. It's very dark. Like I don't really like it. And then my mother, like like I think her and my brother love that movie. So my mother did this giant puzzle where like ET with all the stuffed animals,
Oh yeah, it's
and
famous
that
scene.
hung in my bedroom for years. And I couldn't be like, yeah, that movie terrified me. I mean,
So
it's
you
not
just
something you can say.
accepted the ET
Yes,
terrifying puzzle.
because my mom
I think
made
it's
it.
I think it's down in our basement.
I think it's because I couldn't say no when she gave it to us. So there are like I hung gratefully the puzzle and she framed for us of Gone with the
Oh my
Wind.
God.
But
Okay.
E.T. has always scared me. I have never that and Wizard of Oz, two movies that I don't like.
Real. Oh, I like the Wizard of Oz. I like the Tin Man.
Yeah, there's is that what that is back there? I was wondering. I'm looking over your head, and
I'm leaving.
there's a
Yeah,
like
it's
Gina out.
thin,
yeah. My
thin.
my sister Annie got me the Wicked Care Bear Grumpy for my birthday, and that was
I
it was a
see.
perfect setup, completely organic.
Oh my
That's
god,
great.
I hate my life. Is this week's weather going to be as miserable as last week's?
You
That's
know
great.
what? Short answer, no. But since you asked, unusual weather we're having, ain't it? Another Wizard of Oz
Yeah.
reference. Since you asked, it sounds like it is time for the Oddcast forecast, according to the app on my smartphone, and sponsored by Ben Castone Landscaping. Call Ben Castone for all your landscaping needs at 609 561 3452. They're here to keep your yard looking great no matter what the season, and it is going to be 20 degrees cooler than it was last week, which is glorious. Wednesday, we are looking at partly to mostly cloudy, off and on throughout the day, a high of 83 and a low of 66. That's going to be lovely. Thursday, we're looking for the potential for rain throughout the day, a high of 89 and a low of 71. Friday, there's a bit of rain and thunderstorms, a high of 92 and a low of 70, which that's about where we should be in mid-July. Not 105, which was awful. So it's going to be just a bit more manageable this coming week, thankfully.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
That's
definitely
great.
needed it.
Oh,
Yeah, we've
for
earned it.
real. Yeah.
If you are looking to find more of us online, you could do that on YouTube. We have all of our shorts, social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky. You can find us on all the places where podcast apps are streamed, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, etc. And of course, JerseyOddcast.com. If you're in the mood for a chat and want to have a conversation with one of the three of us, give us a call, 609-444-6178. Or if you'd like to write us love letters, please send them to jerseyoddcast@gmail.com.
Nice.
We hope you have a great week. We'll see you next week. Buona festa.
Buona festa.
And stay cool.
Buona
Thank you.
festa. All right.